Hi everyone, and you're very welcome to today's yoga practice. I'm Hannah from Yoga Mara, and thank you so much for your feedback on the polls. So it looks like you're looking for more shorter, powerful flows, so that's what I'm here to give you today. So beginning sitting cross-legged, we're going to place both hands on our lap, so allowing one hand to rest on the other, palms facing upward. Take an inhale as you draw your shoulders up to the ears, and exhale as you loop them down the back body, opening up the chest and heart, and slowly closing the lids of the eyes here if that feels safe for you. And just taking a few moments to practice mindfulness. Letting go of the day you've just had, escaping the chaos and drawing that centering thought into yourself. Your inner guide and compass. Connecting deeply with the breath, taking a deep inhale in through the nose. Breathing all the way down into the belly. And exhale, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, sliding out through the mouth. Taking this time to become more present. Feeling the sit bones weighted down into the mat. Feeling the bottom half of the body heavy and relaxed. And drawing all your energy up through the crown of your head as you find length through the vertebrae of the spine, aligning your chakras and creating this sense of relaxation and stability. Today I invite you to think of one thing that you are grateful for today. It can be a person, an activity, the weather, a hot cup of coffee. Whatever it is you are grateful for in your day today, the first thing that comes to mind, I want you to hold that image and that sensation with you throughout your practice. As we move through and move away from the negativity, stats, the news. Centering our thoughts on ourselves and how we are doing. Checking in with yourself now. Feeling any parts of the body that are tight or tense. And allowing your breath to soften these areas, to relax and let go. And welcoming a sense of gratitude and abundance. Happiness is letting go of what we think our life should look like and appreciating our life for what it is. Practicing gratitude can help massively with this. So with that grateful thought in your mind's eye now, I invite you to slowly open the lids of your eyes. Take a deep inhale as you draw both hands up overhead, bringing pinky fingers towards the back of the room. Exhale, release both hands down. So we're taking these nice big circles with the arms. Inhale, drawing hands up. Exhale, release them down. Inhale, sweeping up, open up the chest. Exhale, release. Moving into some spinal twists here. We're going to place our left hand over right knee, right hand behind the lower back. Deep inhale, lengthening through the crown of the head. Exhale, twisting towards the side, opening up towards the side. Shining that chest forward. Deep inhale to lengthen up through the crown of the head. Exhale, draw that right shoulder back, open up the chest towards the right side. And then on your next inhale, slowly moving back through center. Switching sides as you sweep left hand behind lower back, plant down into that left hand. Reaching right hand over left knee. Inhale to lengthen. exhale to twist. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, twist. Last one, deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, move all the way back through center. And from here, we're going to come up onto all fours. So you can come up onto your knees or on crossing the legs, coming up nice and slowly. And moving straight into our cat-cow. Inhale as you send your belly down to the mat, tailbone up to the ceiling, dropping shoulders away from the ears. Gaze up. Exhale, round the spine, push those hips forward. Lower the gaze down between the thighs. Inhale, move on for cow. Exhale. Releasing negative, stale, toxic energy with the breath. Inhale and exhale. And slowly moving back towards your neutral tabletop position. From here, bringing big toes to touch. We're going to walk the knees out nice and wide. Taking an inhale to lift them out through the crown of the head. Exhale, send your sit bones back to the heels. Walk the hands forward. Melt the chest and heart down. Come into your child's pose. Taking a moment to reflect. Taking a moment to tune into your body. How are you feeling today? How does your body feel? Your mind? So often we can ask and worry about everyone else around us, and we forget then to actually ask ourselves how we are. So answering yourself honestly and with compassion. How do you feel today? Whatever comes up, allow it to come up, welcome it, and then let it go. Inhale as you bring your gaze towards your hands, and from here we're going to slowly start to wave the body forward, walking those hands back slightly so they're underneath the shoulders, and then gently start to send pubic bone down into the mat as you draw the heels towards glutes. Open up the chest. Exhale, wave back into your child's pose. Release everything back down. Inhale, move through that stale energy. Open up the chest and heart, draw the heels towards glutes. Exhale, wave back into resting pose. Inhale. Open up the chest and heart. Exhale, wave it back. On your next inhale, move all the way back up to a tabletop position. So in tabletop, our hands are underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, and we're keeping everything nice and strong and neutral. So making sure not to collapse down into the shoulder blades. So separate out the shoulder blades, press down into each 10 fingertips. And from here, we're going to kick back with the right leg, lower right hip, point the right toes, and then starting to internally rotate so the right heel moves down towards the midline of the mat, and taking slow little pulses here. So lifting that right foot up an inch, lower back down an inch. So we're pulsing the leg, but we're breathing nice and deeply. So our foot doesn't move with the breath. We're controlling the breath and the movement. Nice slow breathing, but nice quick little pulses up the leg. One more cycle of breath here. And exhale. Starting to square that hip back off, flexing the right foot, bending into that right knee, so sole of the right foot's pointed up towards the ceiling. And then from here, slow pulse. So as if you're trying to touch right foot off the ceiling. Exhale as you lower right knee down towards right hip. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale to lower. So this is really slow with intention, this movement. This movement working with the breath. Inhale. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower that right knee down. Shake the hips from side to side. And gently kicking back with that left foot. So pointing the left toes. Internally rotate the left leg. So we're drawing that heel in towards the midline. And slow little pulses here. Again, they're nice quick little pulses, but we're keeping the breath slow and steady. And really really starting to engage the glutes. So we're pointing, really stretching, elongating that left leg, creating that lovely lean stretch and strengthening. Let's do 2 more cycles of breath in through the nose, through the mouth. Last one, deep inhale. And exhale, let it go. And from here, squaring that hip back off, we're going to bend into that left knee. So flexing the sole of that left foot. And then working with the breath, inhale, kick that left foot up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower left knee towards left hip height. Inhale. Exhale. Nice and slow with intention. Inhale. Breathing deeply. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And lower that left knee all the way down. Shake the hips from side to side. And from there we're going to bring big toes to touch. Walk the knees out nice and wide. Send sit bones back to heels. And then from here, as you walk the hands forward, I invite you to bow the forehead down into the mat and bring both palms to touch. As you start to draw the hands above the wrists above the elbows, lowering down into those forearms. And just taking a moment here, bowing our heads in gratitude for the day we've had, the day we have each day that we wake up. Gratitude for the little things in our life at the moment that are making it, this really difficult time, more bearable. Just finding that thing you're grateful for today and bringing it back to your mind's eye. Exhale as you slowly release the hands down into the mat. Draw the gaze up towards the hands and waving the body forward to come back towards tabletop position. Draw the knees back in, finding that lovely neutral spine. And then from here, we're going to step back with both feet. So we're coming up in towards a high plank. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, hug those elbows close towards the body. Shift the weight forward. And then slowly start to lower. Nice and slow. All the way down into the mat, onto the feet. And then turning over onto one side. So coming over onto the right side to begin. I'm going to reach and stretch out that right hand. Lower the gaze and lower the head, right ear down towards right bicep. Keeping the body in one line. Feet in line with hand. Placing left hand in front of the chest. And bringing the heels together, allowing the toes to come apart. We're going to draw as if we're stuck together, so like a mermaid tail. We're lifting the legs up as if they are one. So lifting up that lower leg. And then taking tiny little pulses here. So moving up and down, nice and slowly. So this is a great one for our obliques, for the side body. So in this practice, we're going to focus on building strength and building that tone in the body, while also stretching. So making sure that when you're kicking, you're pointing, you're really finding that stretch in the legs as you build strength, as you pulse those feet and those legs up and down. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower that right leg down into the mat, pointing the left toes. Take it in as you draw left foot all the way up towards the ceiling as far as you can go. And as you exhale, flex the left foot to lower all the way down to meet the right. Inhale, point the toes, lifting left foot up. Exhale to slowly lower. Inhale, point and lift. Exhale, flex and float down. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, slowly start to lower, pointing both toes, taking both feet off the mat, so both legs hover above the mat. And from here, I want you to focus on your lower rib, so your right rib. Make sure that's lifted up, so you're lifting, you're not sinking everything down. We're really engaging the obliques here. And keeping the heels together, toes apart, we're going to take tiny little heel taps. It's like Dorothy, there's no place like home. So you really have to stay home. So those little heel taps here. So can you move those legs up a little bit higher, heel tap. Keep breathing. So make sure that we're breathing nice and deeply. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower all the way down. And then from here, we're going to bend the knees. So drawing the knees out in line of the hips, flexing both feet, coming out at a 90-degree angle. And keeping both feet flexed, we're going to start to draw that left shin up towards the ceiling. So left knee up towards ceiling and lower back down. So just opening up that leg, hovering that left leg above, keeping that lovely 90-degree angle. Keeping that awareness on the breath. Let's go for 3. This is a lovely one for outer and inner thigh. 2, and 1. Lower. Massage out that glute. And from here we're going to switch sides. So bringing the body all the way down onto the left side. Stretching everything nice and long. Reaching left hand out. Pressing down into that right hand. And from here, heels together, toes apart. We're going to start to lift both legs as if you're lifting off that mermaid tail. Lifting up. And then taking those little pulses here. So moving both legs as one. You can feel it there all along that right side body, the right obliques. So just building that strength there. And elongating, stretching out the legs, the inner and outer thighs. And let's go for 3. Keep breathing nice and deeply. 2, and 1. Slowly start to lower that left foot down into the mat. And then from here, as you inhale, we're going to point right toe as we lift right leg all the way up and flex the right foot to lower down to meet the left. Inhale, point and lift. Exhale, flex and lower. Taking it nice and slow. Slower the better with this one. So you really want to articulate the movement. Exhale to lower, using the strength in the body, using those muscles in the obliques, in the legs, inner thigh. You can feel it here. Let's do 2 more. Last one. And exhale to lower. Well done. From here, lifting both legs up off the mat. See, can you come up a little bit higher? Heels together, toes apart, and taking those little heel taps. So our Dorothy heels will say, keep tapping those heels together, keep lifting up a little bit higher. Breathing nice and deeply. This gives great definition for the obliques, the side body. So just, again, making sure that we're not collapsing into that left lower rib. We're keeping that rib up off the mat. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly start to lower. And then from here, we're going to bend into the knees. So bring the knees out at a 90-degree angle. Allowing that right knee to rest above right or left, keeping both feet flexed, and then start to open up. So we're drawing that right knee up towards the ceiling, lowering back down. Open up, lower back down. Again, keeping that nice, strong, articulated movement, keeping the shape, and holding on to that steady breath. Let's go for 2. And 1. Lower that right knee back down. Massage out the right glute. And then from here, we're going to come all the way back around to find our tabletop position. So coming in towards neutral spine and tabletop, tucking toes under, sending the chest back towards thighs as you hover knees above the mat, and gently start to extend the hips up high, heels come back down. Pedal the feet out, walk the dog. Take a deep inhale and exhale, side out. From here, we're going to walk the hands all the way back to meet the feet, allowing your hands to either rest on shins, on ankles, or if you have more flexibility, allowing the feet to rest into the palms of the hands. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, send the elbows out towards either side, lower the chest and heart down towards the thighs. Stretch out the backs of those legs. Inhale. Lifting. Exhale. Compressing back down. Inhale to relax. And exhale, stretch it out. Inhale, relaxing.
Allowing the hands to rest down, fingertips down into the mat. And then bending into the knees, we're going to catch onto each elbow with opposite hand, finding your ragdoll pose. Massaging everything out. And releasing hands down, take an inhale as you sweep both hands all the way up the front of the legs, coming up nice and tall.
Finding your Tadasana pose, take an inhale as you draw both hands up overhead, gaze at the thumbs. Interlace all fingers except for the index fingers. Point those index fingers up towards the ceiling. Biceps come either side of the ears, so we're really articulating this movement as we reach up through those fingertips, index fingertips, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, keep both feet firmly planted into the mat. Start to push your hips forward as you draw the hands back, finding a little baby back bend. Inhale, move back through center. Exhale as you start to push your hips out towards the right. So we'll turn to face you, might be easier to see. So your hips turn out towards the right. The hands and the fingertips move over to the left. Open up the side body, stretching out those obliques. Keep both feet planted, make sure you're not rolling onto the outer edge of that right foot. Keep the gaze forward. Inhale, slowly move back up through center. And exhale, switching sides. So drawing the fingertips over towards the right, pressing hips out towards the left. Keep both feet firmly planted. Stretching out the left obliques. Inhale, move up back through center. Coming towards the back of the mat. Find length. And exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, move back up through center. Exhale, drop those shoulders away from the ears. Release the hands down. Swan dive as you melt the chest towards the thighs. Find an Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, move up for a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, sweep both hands all the way up and overhead. Gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, hands move to heart center. Press both palms together. So this is a nice stretch and strengthening for the shoulders, pressing both hands together. Take a gentle bend in the knees, deep inhale. And exhale as you lower down in towards a chair pose. So you're sending your sit bones down into this imaginary chair. Weight is in the heels, keep both palms pressing together. Deep inhale. Exhale, taking you sink a little bit deeper. And then from here, we're going to draw our right elbow over towards the outer edge of the left knee. So allowing that elbow to rest against left knee, finding this gentle twist in the body. Keeping both palms here, or you can start to open up the wings, stretching and reaching that left hand up. Right fingertips down into the mat, gaze at the left hand. Make sure both knees are in one line. Deep inhale. And exhale, lower both hands back towards each other. Moving back through center, come into the chair pose, sink those sit bones down a little bit deeper. Feel the burn, deep inhale. Exhale, switching sides, left elbow hooks across the right knee. And lengthen, open up the wings. Gaze at the right fingertips. Reaching left hand down. Taking a cycle breath here. Exhale, bring both palms towards touch. Coming back through center, take a deep inhale. Exhale, so you can sink a little bit deeper, squeeze those thighs together. And inhale, move all the way back up. Finding your Tadasana, exhale, relax, hands down. Well done. Let's do a nice vinyasa flow to seal our practice. Inhale, reaching hands up. Exhale, open up the palms, swan dive forward, melt chest to thighs. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it forward. Walk both hands all the way out. So coming up towards the front of the mat, finding your high plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale as you lower knees, followed by chest and chin down into the mat. Inhale, move up towards your cobra or upward facing dog. Straighten the arms, pressing into the tops of the feet, hovering knees and hips. And exhale as you tuck your toes under. Send the hips up high, find downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale, side out. Inhale, draw the gaze up towards the hands. You can step, hop, or jump all the way up to meet them. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, sweep both hands all the way up and overhead. Gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Coming back to your Tadasana pose, your mountain pose. Coming back to your breath. Closing the lids of the eyes here. just reminding yourself of what you're grateful for today. Coming back to that sense of gratitude, living in abundance, shifting our mindset from what we lack to all that we have. As you exhale, release both hands down either side of the hips, palms face outward, open up the chest, shoulders draw in, shoulder blades run towards each other. Send that energy out, open up the heart chakra. Deep inhale as you sweep both hands all the way up and overhead. Exhale, move through this lovely swan dive, Uttanasana, forward fold, melting chest to thighs. Inhale, finding a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold it forward, bringing both hands to the mat. Right foot back, left foot back. Taking your vinyasa, inhale. Exhale, lower knees, followed by chest and chin down into the mat. Inhale, move up for cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale for downward facing dog, plugging the heels. In through the nose. Exhale back into the mouth. Inhale as you come up high on the tippy toes and start to draw your right foot up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, bend the right knee, draw right knee out towards right elbow, and then turn the sole of the right foot over towards the left side of the mat. Lower shin and knee down into the ground, walking that left leg back, finding your pigeon pose. Sitting up nice and tall in our pigeon, allowing that knee to come as in line with the ankle as we can get it. And sitting up nice and tall here on the fingertips, deep inhale. And exhale as you slowly start to walk down onto the forearms, whether you want to rest here, or maybe you want to fully extend, reaching hands out, allowing forward to rest down into the mat. Wherever feels good, stretching out that outer glute. Coming back towards your sense of gratitude. Coming back to the breath, coming back to the body. On the next inhale, slowly walking the hands back, hands underneath shoulders, tucking left toes under, elevate left knee, stepping right foot back, finding your high plank. Take an inhale, send the hips up high, exhale to lower heels back, downward facing dog. Pedal the feet out if you need to. And from here, take an inhale as you come up high on the tippy toes. Start to draw the left foot up towards the ceiling. Exhale, draw left knee out towards left elbow. Turn the sole of the left foot over towards the right side of the mat. And lower that shin and knee down into the ground as you walk that right leg back, sitting up nice and tall in your pigeon pose. Deep inhale, finding length through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, lowering down or remaining upright if that feels better. Lowering down onto forearms, or extending arms long, melting chest and heart down. Coming back to your sense of gratitude. Breathing nice and deeply, stretching out that left glute. And inhale as you slowly walk back, hands underneath shoulders, tucking right toes under, elevate right knee, stepping left foot back, and moving back in towards a downward facing dog, plugging the heels. And from here, walk the hands all the way back to meet the feet. Allow everything to hang heavy. And then slow, 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 as you inhale, start to move the hands up the front of the legs, drawing the vertebrae all the way up, one at a time. Crown of the head at last, coming back towards your standing Tadasana pose. Deep inhale as you reach both hands up overhead, gaze at the thumbs, palms pressing together. Exhale, lower hands towards your heart center. Keep pressing those hands together as the elbows draw outward, tucking chin to chest. Showing gratitude to yourself for turning up today, letting it out on the mat, and giving yourself this time to let go of the day you've just had until this point. Giving yourself this time to find gratitude and a sense of present mindfulness. Thank you for joining me. I will see you here soon. Namaste.